Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today's card features the Craft a Flower for the month of September, Hellebore layering die set. This set consists of 4 different flowers and 2 leaves, and it is gorgeous. In addition to the card, I've also made a gift tag and a gift card tag holder using the new Scandinavian tag die set. I started off by die cutting all of the flowers and leaves. Each set of die cuts for the flowers have a different keyhole symbol. For ease of coloring and assembly, I'll keep them stacked individually. All of the die cuts will be colored with fresh dye inks, and I'm working with 2 inks to color the leaves from the Green Valley ink collection. Starting with the darkest ink, Shadow Creek, I'll apply it to the center of the leaves and then take it about 2/3 up each individual leaf. I'll give my blending brush a good wipe on some paper towel and then finish off the tips of the leaves with the highlight using Firefly. The 4 different flowers are easily and quickly colored. For each petal die cut, I've used 2 different colors to give it a more natural appearance. The darker tone is placed at the base of each petal or the center of the die cut, and then the petal's edges are finished up with the lighter tone. For this flower, I'm using a combination of Berrylicious, my dark tone, and Mauve, which is the light tone. For the die cuts that create the larger center for the flowers, I've used Citrus Burst and Honey Drizzle. And for the 2 smaller ones, Shadow Creek and Firefly. Altogether, there were 6 flowers created for these 3 projects. And I've used 3 other combinations of inks in addition to the first one. For the flower petals that I'm working on now, I'm using Coral Bliss and Pink Pearl. For the other 2 combinations, I've used Puffy Heart with Rose Quartz and Terracotta with Snapdragon. The flowers are assembled. They will range from coral to pinks. As easy as it was to color them, it was equally as easy to assemble them. The 4 flowers will have a different symbol that has been die cut in the center of each of the layers. For the flower that I'm working on now, there's a little arrow. This is referred to as the Keyhole System. In addition to the symbol, there are also etched numbers. These go together so easily. It's simply a matter of following the order that has been indicated on each layer, lining up the symbol from one to the other. In addition to these supports, there is also an illustrated guide included with the packaging that outlines step by step how they are put together. The beauty of these flowers is largely due to the depth that is created through the multiple layers. The multiple layers could be quite complex, but the systems that Altenew has in place just makes it so easy. There you go. You can see how quickly this Snapdragon and Terracotta Hellebore has come together. Start off by creating a couple of tags. I'm using pocket sentiments, which are the perfect size for the tags, which have been stamped on white cardstock with black ink. The sentiments will be cut with the coordinating dies. This is a really sweet all-occasion sentiment set that also is accompanied with some cute decorations that can be added in. These projects will be completed with the new Scandinavian tag die set. For one, just the tag die was used to cut paper that had been letterpressed using the Fiesta Foliage press plate. It's inked with the same colors used for the leaves, Firefly and Shadow Creek. For the other tag, I'm also including the pocket for a gift card holder. The Scandinavian tag die set comes with 2 pockets with different decorations at the top of each one. So easy to pull together. The score lines are creased, burnished with a bone folder, adhesive applied to the tabs, and then it's adhered to the tag. I've popped a gift card in there so that you can see what it looks like, and the leafy die cut is adhered to the pocket holder with the flower placed in the center. And then on goes the sentiment. The pocket sentiments really are the perfect size for these tags. I'll be using tulle for the tags. I cut a length of the tulle, divide it in half, squish it down really well, and feed it through the tag hole, and then it is looped through the other end. Each end is pulled taut, and then I'll trim it down. This tag, I'm using a soft pink tulle that has been covered in glitter. It is really pretty. And for the other tag, I'll just use white. Tags are finished up with just a few embellishments. For the gray tag, I'm using some enamel dots from Sugar Plums. For the other tag, I'll use gold crystals from the metallic gold and silver gem sparkles. And I'll just be using 3 on each tag to highlight the sentiment. After all was said and done, it wasn't. I created a small panel to fit into the pocket using the Flowers and Petals stencil set. A nice little surprise when the recipient removes the gift card. Now on to the card. I'm just in love with the color combination of this ink blended background. I've used a combination of Snapdragon, Terracotta, and Puffy Heart applied to Bristol Smooth cardstock using Altenew's large blending brush. Create the look of spatter. A fan brush was used to apply water. It was left to sit for just a few seconds and then picked up with paper towel. The panel was trimmed to 4 by 5 1/4 inches. This sentiment from the Timeless Sentiments 3 die set has been cut from both white cardstock and white sheet foam. The foam die cut has not been popped out of the foam. It will be slightly recessed from the rest of the foam, making it very easy to align the cardstock one to it. It will need some extra drying time, so it's set aside for a few minutes. So in the meantime, the ink blended panel can be adhered to an A2 sized white card base. The die cut sentiment that I've chosen is quite large, so I'm going to lay out the flowers temporarily so that I can position the sentiment first before they are attached. The adhesive is dry, so I can release it from the excess foam, and I find it easiest to use a craft pick to help me do that. There's lots of room for this bold sentiment at the top of the card, so now I'll go ahead and adhere it. I'll start off by adhering the leaves directly to the card front. The flowers will also be adhered with the liquid adhesive, except for one. It will be popped up with foam squares to add some depth to the overall arrangement. 3 hellebores that will be adhered directly to the card front are adhered first and then finished off with the foam backed one. And then I thought it would be fun to add in some pretty dewdrops, and for that I'm using Nouveau Crystal Drops Morning Dew. When wet, this medium will appear cloudy, but as it dries, it will be crystal clear. And that wraps up this set of 3 projects featuring Altenew's Craft a Flower for the month of September, Hellebore. These beautiful and delicate flowers are perfect for many different kinds of projects, as I've tried to illustrate in this video. If you enjoyed your time here, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. I love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate your visit.